Hey friends, it's Bridget here. Welcome back to my Sizzle and Spice. And baby, today this one is coming straight from my garden to my pot. Come along with me, let I show you how I harvested sweet figs and sweet grapes. And I made a wonderful fig preserve and a silky smooth fig drizzle. Stay tuned. Last year we thought these grapevines were done. No fruit, no promise. But we didn't pull them. This year, they surprised us. Which reminds me that sometimes the quietest season doesn't mean nothing is happening. It simply means that God is working it out behind the scenes. And then comes the moment you're waiting for. For my preserve, I wash my figs and chop them finely, and I put them on the stove on medium heat to reduce its liquid and bringing it to a fluffy consistency. Then I move on to the drizzle. First, I washed and blend these figs. I did not add water to the bullet. I just let them blend and release their own natural juices. Blend them until they become real nice and loose. Then I set it on the stove with medium heat, reducing it low and slow. I did not add any sugar. When the preserve has become translucent enough to my desire, I pulverize it just a little bit to make it a little bit more fluffy and bringing its pulps together. Just like this. Then I place it in my mason jar and set it aside to cool. You could also add honey or agave if you like, if your fig is not sweet enough. This was just perfect. I didn't have to add any additives to it, guys. Then I move on to make the fig drizzle. After it was finished reducing, after it was cool, I set it back into the blender and let it blend until silky smooth. Okay. To the drizzle, I add a little bit of water, not the faucet water. I use the water that is either boiled or spring water. I add the water to loosen it up a little bit so it's not too thick. You can add honey, whatever you like, just to make it more liquidy. But I use the water because these figs were really, really sweet. After they're cool, you can refrigerate them and use them as you desire. I serve mine over ice cream. Homemade ice cream, guys. Drop in the comment if you can recognize this ice cream flavor. Let me know where you're watching from. I want to say a big shout out to my new subscribers. Welcome to my community. And to my returning subscribers, a big shout out to you as well. you can check out my live stream to see the recipe for this homemade ice cream. So I'm going to be topping this ice cream with the drizzle. And baby, you know the flavor does not lie. You could also serve these figs on a charcuterie platter. I had me some crackers, and I also had me some figs over my cheese and cracker. Check out the preserve, guys. Perfect consistency, spread perfectly over your crackers. The recipe for my homemade ice cream is in my live stream and also on my videos. If you have come this far, please remember to give the video a like, comment, subscribe, and share. And thank you so much for watching. And until next time, I'll catch you in my upcoming videos. Bye. Let's get this out the way. Like the live, guys. Like up the live. We almost finished. All right. Let's see if okay, so let's get this one in the bullet. Again, there's no water in this. This is all the figs. You just put them in the bullet and there's no water at all. All natural. No additives. Okay, let's see something. Okay. Okay, so I am going to give this a blend. Okay, it's a little warm, so we don't want to keep the bullet too long running. Take a little while to open because it's steaming up. Okay, here we go. Ooh. Okay, let me give this a taste. I'm gonna give this a taste. Oh my. To this I'm gonna add, just gonna add a little honey, not for sweetness, just for consistency. Or maybe this is where I should just use the lectin, because let me put the lectin in it just so. We're just gonna put a little drizzle of the lectin in there, because it's not I want it to be a little bit more liquidy than that. The consistency, the texture is perfect, but I'm gonna put some. So if you're putting water in this, please don't put pipe water. Don't put the water directly from the faucet. You can use the boiled water or the spring water. So I'm putting a little bit of water in there. Make it a little bit more liquidy. And then I'm gonna put it back in the bullet. I mean, spin it back in the bullet. Okay. trying to get it all mixed in. And the whole idea, guys, is once it cool, it will give you the desired consistency you're looking for. All right, perfect. Perfect. Now, we're going to put this into a bottle as well. So the lectin went in this one, and just a drizzle. Oops. Not lectin, pectin. So I'm going to show you what the pectin looks like. This is the pectin. This all derives from fruits. Yay, how you like this, guys? This is gonna go over the ice cream. This is gonna go over the ice cream, guys. Okay, so with this one, it's smoother in its consistency. Very smooth, very smooth. See that? So you put this on your ice cream. Ooh, your grape nut ice cream. Who's coming by for ice cream on tomorrow? God's willing. Who is coming by for ice cream tomorrow? So we're gonna leave these and we're gonna let them cool before we cover them. Okay? So now let's get back to me. Switch the camera. You guys have been terrific. This is how we utilize our figs, and just, you know, use them to make things that you love. You can even use them whole. You can put them on a charcuterie platter. You can have the figs with cheese. You know, you can, you know, put them on your dehydrator. You can dry them and have them dry with cheese. You can have them wet. So enjoy figs. Look up the benefits of figs and how healthy it is. Thank you so much, Steve. If you felt like you have learned something, send up some hearts. Send up some hearts, guys. Hey, Ramona. Michael Sterling in the building. All right. So we made two different kind of figs. We made a fig preserve with the figs that we have harvested, and we have made a drizzle that is gonna go on our grape nut ice cream that we just made. And if you want to see the whole plating of this and how the consistency of the ice cream, come back tomorrow, because it's hot time. And if you want to go ahead and make it, the time is hot, and you want to have your own, you know, cooling treat, refreshing treat, go ahead and make your ice cream. It's easy. You don't have to necessarily have to have a ice cream machine and the churning and all that. You could just go ahead and just make your ice cream with your buttermilk. You eat it to your own, whatever proportion you know is, you know, healthy for you, right? And usually people make ice cream with different recipes. Some people use eggs in their ice cream and other stuff in their ice cream. For me, I use the buttermilk, and you can use, you know, condensed milk. Really, when I made my first ice cream, I was making it with I made it with the condensed milk. And so Ingrid challenged me. I didn't have any condensed milk, so she challenged me. She said, "Go ahead. You know, we tend with the old fashioned saying back in Jamaica is turn your hand, make fashion, right?" So hey, I did it, and I'm telling you, I did not miss a beat. The flavor was just right. Using the ice cream, using the cream, this cream. You may not have this one in wherever your supermarket is, but it's the heavy whipping cream. And I used 3 of these 16 ounces for the proportion that I made. But if you want to use 1 or 2 just for your family, go ahead. And the grape nut ice cream, a lot of people, when I was growing up, I didn't know what grape nut was. And I think grape nut was a nut, but I'll show you the grape nut I'm talking about. Like the live, guys, like the live. This is what we've been eating. Grape nut ice cream. Post make this grape nut, right? So in Jamaica, when we grew up or back in the island, it may not be a Post brand, but this is what it is. It's actually a cereal, and it's full of fiber, right? So I think it's made from, let's see. It has whole wheat grains, yeah? So it's healthy. Doesn't have sugar in it. Has whole wheat grains, and it has vitamin and minerals, antioxidant, zinc, hydrochloride. Don't let me start biting my tongue. Vitamin B6, thiamine, monotrite, vitamin B1, folic acid, contains wheat. So this is a very healthy healthy cereal. So I use this in there after you finish whipping the cream and it's starting to become fluffy. You put this in, it's not going to fall to the bottom. Now, don't try it with regular milk, because the regular milk, I've tried it before using less cream and more, or balancing it out. And let me tell you, I would be whipping for the night or whatever time I stood there. It was not fluffing up, and it was a big flop. So if you're not gonna go all out with the whole milk, don't do it at all. It's not gonna form. You're gonna get ice sickle, not ice cream, right? It's gonna be more crunchy because the water in the milk, the water base in the milk is gonna freeze. So it's gonna be like when your ice cream melts and it flat and then freezes. Get it? So if you're gonna do it right, do it tight. And